Hey guys, it's Athena. So I just did my Barbie collection video, but I changed my outfit. I sort of swapped out looks so that I could do another video and just have it be a little bit different. So definitely this video is totally switching gears from doll collection to sort of like a topic that I'm really passionate about, that is something that is part of like the human experience and just something that I've learned and have grown to really appreciate in people and myself, and that topic is internal beauty. And I think that, everything on the outside is fun. Like, makeup is fun, fashion is fun, getting glam is fun, hair, nails, tattoos, dyeing your hair different colors, self-expression, all of that kind of stuff is amazing, and I think that it's awesome. But that's all exterior. We are not our vessel. Our vessel doesn't define who we are. Our inside defines who we are. And so I think that that's really important to remember, because even though it's very important to feel like comfortable with your outer self and feel like it represents you well and like what you kind of want to showcase yourself as, the inside is like the next level to that, the really important, crucial level to that. And I think that inner beauty is sort of like something that can be really lacking in our society currently. I think that just the way that a lot of things are structured in our world are just sort of at face value, and it's just like whatever, can get the most attention and the most hits and the most views or the most likes or things like that. And then, even in like day-to-day like life, it's really unfortunate how, our human like value is based off of like the way we look, because to me that's like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, we're all literally like, so I listen to podcasts sometimes. Sorry, I'm sort of all over the place. It's sort of just like a ranty kind of video, but not a bad rant in any way. More just sort of like exposure and sort of my experience and like, something that I really value in people. I was listening to a podcast and it was talking about how, was it a podcast or was it in a book? I can't remember, but there was something I was reading and it had to do with how we're viewed as very different human beings based on where we are, like in our geographic standpoint, based on, different like cultural things, and just everything. Like each human being is different, and we get that, and that's fine. But then I feel like there's also another side to humanity where we're all the same, and that we need to understand that like judging people and being like discriminating against people either for the way they look or I don't know, like their identity and stuff like that. Like I think that that's really wrong to discriminate against anybody, because we're all human beings. We all deserve to be here. And it's just sort of like nobody gets to pick what we're born as. Everybody sort of takes what they have and they make the best of it. And it's not fair to ever have like discrimination or prejudice against people, because really all that means is that you're ignorant or fearful of something that you don't know about. And it could be about anything. And I just think that it's really important for people to understand that we are all human beings. We are all deserving of love and everything, and that our physical vessel is not the complete representation of who we are. Like, I mean, I'm a white female, but those labels doesn't have to do with anything on the inside. The inner Athena isn't defined by labels or anything. Like, we're souls, and so souls don't have labels, and so we're energy and we're feelings and emotions and the way that we handle things and all of that inner dialogue of just that's running in the self, like all these things that the outside world can't see, are really important. So I just think that it's something that people should really be aware of. Like, I think one of the most absolutely beautiful qualities a person can have is to have that inner beauty, that inner empathy, that caring, unconditional, understanding aspect to them, because it's so rare. Because, like, I don't know, I just don't come across it very often, and, it's pretty unfortunate, but having that and being able to, like, look at someone and have empathy for them and not judge them, even if they go against something that you believe in, or, I don't know, just different things, like different personalities, different strokes for different folks, like still having empathy for one another and still like treating each other as equal and all of that, and like having like good equity between people so that it's fair and it's just. And I just, it's really hard, and especially from a female perspective. And I know that males struggle with like inner and outer image as well. I know that that's a huge thing. I'm not sort of like saying that it's not anything, but I just know the female perspective in the sense that, the way that we're treated can be a lot based on like what we look like or what somebody's perception of us is. But like there's so much more than the outside. Like you could almost even dislike me. Like you could like me on the outside, but then dislike me from who I am on the inside. Or you could dislike what I look like on the outside and really love the person on the inside. Maybe you don't like girls who wear makeup, so that turns you off. Maybe you don't like girls who dye their hair different colors than their natural hair color. That turns you off. And maybe you don't like people who are flamboyant or very feminine or, like to play at being super girly. Maybe that's not how you like girls. So I am the total package of what you don't want. However, you're only judging me based on the outside. You have no idea. Maybe I meet all those internal values that you have on the inside. Maybe I have the empathy, the compassion, the knowledge, the wonder for life. Like maybe, and so I think that that's something that should really be taken into accountability whenever we are getting to know people and, sort of just any sort of human interaction. Like get to know people based on like who they really are. Like what is the essence of this person? What are they really, what is their true self? Are they, loving and caring and aware? Like what are your internal values? And then, looking deeper into people and sort of finding those internal values as well. It's just so important. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, I feel like our society is based very much on face value. It's just bam, 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 bam. And it's not, I feel like it doesn't allow time to get to know people. And I think that if we all got to know one another, we would really be able to see that there's so much beauty and creativity inside of each and every one of us as humans. Everybody's different in the sense that, there's no such thing as normal. Everybody is their own unique entity. And so, I mean, if you give people a chance and you really look past certain things, and if we're really looking on what this inner drive is within an individual, I think that that can really help people open their minds and to see like what is truly beautiful. I can think back to, there are people who I've met that their personality, and it just is so amazing and so warm and so kind, and like little things like stick out to me that are very like intuitive and like only something that somebody who looks a little bit deeper would really have in their personality. And so when I find that in individuals, guys, girls, people who don't identify within the binary anything, I think it's amazing. I think that that's something really awesome, and it's just really important to sort of self-reflect and, sort of pull your mentality away from sort of like this face value society and like even our world. Like, yeah, the exterior is awesome. It's awesome to, represent yourself that way, but also the interior needs a lot of work, and the interior is always going to be with you. Youth fades and things fade and times change, and all of these things are sort of external, and so it's important to remember that, you know, the inside will always be with you, and it can change and grow as well, but you always want it to be a positive experience. You know, you want to develop as a person. And I don't know, I just think that, you know, being open-minded and really looking at people for their deeper qualities is just something that is very, very important. So, you know, I think that that's just something I wanted to put out there on my channel. As a person, I know that there's way more to life than, you know, like makeup and fashion and sort of the external. There's such a vast and wondrous and amazing thing inside of all of us, which is our inner soul and our inner self. And to really like share that and express that and allow our inner beauty to come out and engage in the world around us is just something that is really magical. And I think that that's one of the most attractive things in anybody. And I just wanted to share that and put that out there. That's something that I really highly resonate with. And yeah, thank you guys for listening, and let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And with that, I'll say I'll see you guys in my next video. And yeah, okay, bye guys.